Good evening. This is the Historic Preservation Commission meeting for March 7th, 2024. I hereby call tonight's meeting to order. First off, let's do roll call.
Scott Allen.
Present.
Andrew Anderson.
Present.
Nicole Wethington.
Present.
George Piper. Casey Sampson.
First order of business tonight is the approval of last month's minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes.
I will second.
Motion carries, yeah. Next item on the agenda is old business. First up is the certificate of appropriateness for the Heart of Lebanon.
Good evening, Commission. That is loud. All right, so this is a old business item. I'm happy to go over the staff report again if you'd like. We can skip that if you'd like as well. It's up to you. What would you like me to do, Andrew?
Say that again?
Would you like me to read through the staff report again? Okay.
No.
I'll give you kind of an update on where we're at with where we left off at the last meeting and where we are today. So at the last meeting, this agenda item was tabled. The request was for the city to do a brief study on the condition of the alley to make sure that seal coating would not negatively affect the neighboring properties. We did have that study completed by Kramer Companies, who is a construction owner's rep consulting firm that we have somewhat on retainer available to us. So when we talked about it, it made the most sense to use them to get this report instead of having somebody on staff do it. We kicked around the idea of having one of the local asphalt companies do it, but we just felt like it was a cleaner way to handle it by having this third-party owner's rep do it for us. So the observations were made on February 12th for the alley conditions. And I'm sure you've seen the report. He did, Dan Silkowski is the name of the person who did the report for us. And he did a very good job of breaking it down into stations and kind of assessing each station to see what the conditions of the alley and drainage are. The short version of it is that seal coating will not change the existing stormwater flow. There are some suggestions within the stations of this report, mostly to seal all the cracks and joints next to the building. The other one is to do some sort of curb or protection of the window well that is on the ballet building side of the alley, which there is a picture in that report on page 10 of the report. So there's the window well. It's obviously seen better days. I'm sure it's getting water in there now, but it's a pretty easy fix to have one of our concrete contractors come in there and put a simple little curb up to protect that from water continuing to dump into that opening. The other places, let's see, just kind of give you the highlight of some of the joints. Obviously where the building meets, you can see where the moss is growing in the joints. We've talked to Missy through some connections in our office. There are contractors that can come in here and take care of that in no time. Clean all those joints up, cracks up, and put a nice bead of self-leveling caulk in there so that it protects the water from entering into those areas. So with that, the staff is certainly comfortable with the report. They showed some points of failure from the subgrade, but that's not necessarily going to be affected one way or the other with a seal coating. And we're not talking about, obviously from the meeting last month, we're not talking about an alley reconstruction at this point. Just to kind of reiterate, this is a temporary art feature. The idea is for it to be there until such time that the city does have the the resources to come in and do a beautification of that alley. And, this is a 5-year kind of outlook for this mural to be there, which should be good timing for us to be able to consider some sort of permanent upgrade to that alley once we get closer to that expiration date.
Thank you. Any questions?
Have a question so much as just a concern. My concern with this is just the maintenance of it. And I didn't know if the artist or anyone else can give us some sort of a guarantee that in 2-3 years, this isn't going to really look weathered and need some serious maintenance.
I don't know if the artist will give you a guarantee on that. I'll probably let the Heart of Lebanon maybe speak to those issues. But they do have, I believe, an agreement with the funder of the art installation here that they have to maintain it and to a certain degree over the period of time. But Corey, if you want to maybe talk about that.
So this is actually grant funded, and part of that grant is that we do maintain it for that period of time. The period is supposed to be a 5-year period, so we will likely, we don't have anything like this in the budget right now, just because we don't have any of these projects in the past, but that's something that we'll probably put a contingency aside, just that way it's budgeted for 25 and beyond, so.
Okay, if no further questions, then do we have a motion to approve?
I would like to make a motion to approve the certificate of appropriateness.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor then say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Do we have any other business for this month? We do not. Or I'm sorry, any new business for the month is a no, correct, Derek? Okay, so then at this time, is there any other business from staff?
There are no staff-issued COAs for this period here.
Okay, thank you. Then we will make a motion to adjourn.
Would like to make that motion to adjourn.
We'll second that motion.
All right, motion adjourned.